Hey y'all, my name is Graham. Just wanted to produce this quick little video for you just to tell you about these direct lift Pro Park 8 Plus units. It's a 4-post lift made by Direct Lift. Seems to be a very nice quality unit. Picked it because of a lot of the reviews that I had seen online, a lot of the comments on various forums. Direct Lift seemed to have a pretty good reputation. Some of the others have seemed to be a little bit spotty, just depending, if they have problems with things like welds and other stuff. So rather than roll the dice with something that was a few $100 less, decided to go with this direct lift unit. Why the 4-post lift? Why did I pick that? I picked it because I don't run a service shop. I am not doing a lot of suspension work, not doing a lot of brake pad, rotor changes, messing with anything where the car needs to be up in the air in that manner, where the suspension is unsprung. Didn't have that need. If I do want to jack a car up, I can. It does come with a jack tray. You can throw a bottle jack under there and raise the car to get the wheels off the ground, should you want to do that. But for me, the primary reason for this unit was what you're seeing right here, which was just to be able to maximize the volume, use of the volume within the garage. I have 13-foot ceilings, so I have a lot of space, and my intent was to stack vehicles, and that's what I'm now doing with this Direct Lift Pro Park 8 Plus. So a little bit of other quick info for you. I am in North Texas. I'm in Fort Worth. Conveniently for me, Derek Weaver, who is one of the distributors of these direct lift products, one of their distribution centers is in Roanoke, Texas, which is basically just north of Fort Worth. It was about a 20-minute drive for me to be able to pick this unit up. With that said, if you are close, I highly suggest that you go that route and just pick this up yourself at their warehouse. It was a very easy process. Took about 20 minutes from the time that I got there and checked in to the time that I had the thing on the trailer and was getting back on the highway. So, comments on that pickup process, what I will say is the unit's heavy. It does weigh over 2,000 pounds. It's basically a 2-foot by 2-foot by 16-foot long package. They do fork it on from the end. So if you have sides on your trailer, or even if you have a enclosed trailer, they can load it into that. Caveat, if you have an enclosed trailer and you have a ramp, they cannot get it in to the trailer if you have a ramp. If you have a door, they can. So one thing that I would suggest is if you are, honestly, if you're in southern Oklahoma, if you're in, even if you're in Austin, I would say just head up here and grab the thing. Honestly, they knock off several $100 if you pick it up yourself at their warehouse. And the other advantage is you also don't have to rent a forklift to unload it, which would be another couple $100. So, you're in a position of saving yourself several $100s if you pick it up yourself at their warehouse here in North Texas. So, nice plus. When you go to pick it up, if you have a wood floor trailer, this package is heavy. It's over 2,000 pounds and it's only 2 foot wide. I highly suggest taking some 3-4 foot, 5 foot long 4x4s to span across the trailer perpendicular to the package, just to distribute the weight on the trailer. Just a suggestion of something that I wish I had done. It wasn't a problem, but it just would have been more comfortable, had it been, spanned across the trailer. Take a few straps with you. The thing ain't going anywhere, but just take a few straps just in case, just to make sure it's secured to the trailer. But very easy process. The people there were super nice, super easy. Showed them the order number, they pulled it, and got it tossed onto the trailer for me, and I strapped it down and headed on back. So with that, kind of next step in the process is unloading. The thing is heavy. There are not many pieces to this package that make up the 2,000 pounds. What that means is some of the items in this package are extremely heavy, as in hundreds of pounds. I don't know exactly what the runway with the cylinder itself weighs, but it is a beast. I am a big dude, and it is a beast. I highly suggest make sure there's 4 of y'all available to unload when you do get the thing to your shop or to your house. You know, make sure you got, you know, a total of 4 of you at least to get the thing, the runways unloaded. Everything else you can do, no problem, but the runways are a beast. So go ahead and plan on having some people handy. Another quick tip, important to make note of, you want 4 furniture dollies handy. You want them handy because when you unload the runways, save yourself heartache and trouble. Set the runways on the dollies when you do the unload off the trailer, because you'll need to be able to roll them around anyway. You don't want to have to pick the thing up just straight off the ground, but it'll facilitate the process, make it a little bit easier for you. So next kind of comment I'll say, the bits and pieces in this package are excellent. I mean, honestly, I was very, very, very impressed. You know, these days we see so much crap out there where the screws are junk, you know, bolts are junk, threads are messed up. You know, we run into that all the time. If you're doing anything mechanical, you're buying parts, you're buying bits and pieces for stuff, you know, that you see that. It's just, you know, just the way it is today. But this, everything was smooth. It was a very, very well put together package. Next comment I'll say is, with it is, watch the direct lift video on the assembly of this. Their instruction booklet is pretty useless. Honestly, it's I believe numbered. It's a page and a half of 1 through 27 numerically numbered sentences about how to put the thing together. Unless you're an installer and you do these every day, those instructions that come in the package are useless. They are useless. So the direct lift video, on the other hand, on putting these together is extremely good. Pull it up on your phone, watch it, pause it, rewind it, watch it again. It shows you everything. I mean, honestly, it's very, very easy to follow and easy to put together. Mentioned to a friend of mine, if you can't put this thing together, you probably shouldn't be using it, honestly. I mean, it's a big piece of equipment. You're putting, you know, several thousand, you know, at least a couple thousand pounds in the air on top of a assembly that weighs a couple thousand pounds on its own. You know, you could screw some serious stuff up if you're not really knowledgeable of you know what you're doing. But go ahead and put the thing, you know, together. Follow the instructions. You know, other comment I'll say is, go ahead and grab yourself some ATF. I noticed that there's a difference between the booklet and then what's on the video. The video says Dexron 3, the booklet says AW32, basically hydraulic fluid, but just grab yourself some AW32. 3 gallons is good. That'll get you filled up, you know, to midway on the min-max line on the power unit itself, on the reservoir. But just, you know, go ahead and get that, have that handy. Grab yourself a long neck funnel so you're not spilling hydraulic fluid all over the place. You know, just get that handy, and then that way, once you get the thing assembled, you just fill it up, plug it into the wall, and go. It's a very, very handy unit. Very impressed with the build quality of it. If you're close to Fort Worth, Texas, come on and pick it up. You know, if you're running up from Austin, or running down from Oklahoma, or coming over from Louisiana, man, just come on out. I mean, it's you know, Fort Worth is a great town. It's the reason I've lived here my whole life and haven't left. You know, come on, check out the stockyards, pick up a direct lift, and head on home and have some fun putting the thing together. But I would just say, you know, again, if you're looking at a 4-post lift, I don't see any reason to buy anything else. I don't see a reason to spend any money on anything else. I like the fact that this one doesn't have the pneumatic release. I like the fact that it's a mechanical release to be able to lower the unit. It saves the trouble of having to have air, even though I've got a big compressor handy. It saves the trouble of having to hook up air every time you want to lower a vehicle and release the locks. Anyway, if you're looking at a lift, check out the Pro Park 8 Plus. I was less than $3,200 out the door, so it's well worth the money for what it gets you. Gets the thing nice and high. Obviously, plenty of space. Just a very, very well built unit, very well finished unit, very concise package. Everything was there. Everything went together easy. Honestly, it's one of those things that I'm shocked that it actually went together as well as it did. You know, you're so used to finding messed up threads or something on some bit somewhere in the process. This thing was great. You know, hopefully, again, I'm one day in at this point, but it's a good product. You know, the reviews are legit that you read out there on it. You know, spend you a few extra bucks, get the taller one so you're not banging your head and on the runways, and just have at it. But if you have any questions about the install process, feel free to, just below, just go ahead and just add some comments. I'll respond. I'm happy to share any info, that I've got with it, experience with it. I'm not big on product reviews, but man, this thing, I'm that impressed with it that I decided I ought to at least put this video out there for those who are interested or who are wondering about these units. Just go ahead and spend the money, get it. You'll be happy you did. I'm happy I did. One of these days here soon, I may have 2 of these damn things in here. But last little note that I'll throw out at you, when you're going through the install process, the columns are about 8 feet high, a little over 8. One thing that I'll note is when you're raising it up on the casters to be able to move it around, obviously it has to lift off the floor to get the pads up to be able to roll it. That raises those posts, the top height of those posts, even higher. Luckily, I assembled the thing in the garage where I wanted it. Half debated putting it together outside, but took a measurement beforehand. I have an 8-foot tall garage door. It's 18 foot wide, 8 foot tall. This would not go in. So if you have an 8 foot tall door like I do, and you're, planning on putting one of these together outside and then getting it in, it ain't gonna happen. You gotta build it in the garage or in your shop. It's the only way to do it. Also, if you happen to be looking for a garage door lift to be able to clear, when I planned everything out with the garage here, I went ahead and had the tracks for the garage door run tight. So they run up the wall and then curve like up at the top of the room. They don't hang down, any more than a foot or foot and a half from the ceiling, even though the ceiling's 13 feet. I used a jack shaft lift master lift on the wall over here to be able to turn and run this garage door up to just keep it tight against the ceiling. That way I can put a car up here, no problem. It's just a big empty volume of space up here. Throw the car on it, raise it up. I got all kinds of room, more room than I need actually. But anyway, that's my quick review. Just wanted to give you a little bit of info while it's fresh in my mind going through the install process. Again, like I said, got questions, post some comments below. I'll respond to you, when I see them pop up, and just, feel free to, feel free to comment. I'll comment and share what I can. Hopefully get us all a little bit more organized and, get us, some nice equipment like this in your garage, make your life a little easier if you're messing with your cars or you need space to store cars. You know, direct lift Pro Park A+, hell of a unit. Feel free to check them out. Thanks for watching the video.